Hey there, here we are for Tshuva Part 3 from one of my absolute favorite views in all of Israel. It's just absolutely gorgeous. If you want to get here, also a little place you can hang out, pray, eat, whatever. Eat, pray, love. So if you leave in Kerem and you take, I think it's the 395 towards Tel Aviv, you find this absolutely amazing lookout, and there's like a little food truck. You can get ice cream, coffee, whatever. Okay, so if you were following along, Tshuva video part 1, which if you weren't, I highly recommend them. They're on my YouTube, so you could find it easily. Tshuva part 1 is reviewing your year, reflecting, seeing what you did, what you're proud of, who you need to thank, who you want to apologize to, and then following through on that. Okay, so that was Tshuva part 1. Tshuva part 2 is Tshuva in matters of money. And Tshuva in matters of money means pay back your debts to people, right? Not like your big ones from college or whatever, but pay back the things you owe, give charity, and see if you're ready to start doing tithes, because that'll change your life. I also would like to add that if you want to, I really recommend giving to the place where you go to pray. Because it makes sense. You show up, you use their services, contribute. Because I'll tell you something, when you do these things, you feel better about yourself. You do esteemable acts, as my friend Chandel says, and then you have better self-esteem. It's a really great life hack for confidence. Tshuva part 3. So this is for the people that really want to do tshuva and that really want to do tshuva a little bit more in line with what our tradition says. So the rabbis say that how to do tshuva is you really have to you admit it, you confess it, and then you regret it. And regret it means don't do it again or commit to not doing it again. So here's what I would like to suggest. This is my methodology that I do, and it's really helpful. There's a paragraph in your machzor, in your high holiday siddur, or you could just find it online by looking up the words Ashamnu Bagadnu, right? You know that one we know? Ashamnu Bagadnu Gazalnu Dibarnu Dofi. So we know this one. So what does it do? It's really a list of potential things that we could have messed up this year, right? I'm guilty of the following. I have betrayed the following. I have stolen. And you're like, wait, I haven't stolen. And it's like, okay, but we can also steal time if we cut in line or cut someone off in traffic. We can also steal dignity if we embarrass someone. So if you really give it time and thought and you just take this paragraph as a list. So what I like to do in my tshuva notebook is I write out all the ways that I could have really messed up in all of these departments. And then I bring this list in with me to the high holidays, because sometimes when it feels boring you're in shul, you can reference your personal work. So you bring this list with you. And you write it down, and then you have a little meeting with God, some hippo to do, where you confess it out loud, say, God, I did these things. And look, honestly, real tshuva for the advanced would require us to commit to never doing it again. But I like to say, I want to try, or hopefully I get to some tears and ask Hashem, please, I don't want to hurt your people and your world and myself. So that's real technical tshuva, yeah? Admit, confess, regret. And now I want to say the wham bam, thank you ma'am, you can do it, I believe in you, final part. We all have a relationship in our life that, hopefully, that is important to us. Perhaps it's your spouse, or if you're not married, perhaps it's a boyfriend or girlfriend. If you're not in partnership, perhaps it's a parent, or a sibling, or even a close friend. Write a letter. This is my favorite part of the year. Write a letter. Because we have so many things that if we live with someone or if we're in a relationship with someone, so many things to apologize for, even in the smallest way. Even if you've already been through it, recall, I'm really sorry that time I hurt your feelings. I really didn't mean it. Now I could see it differently. And the thanks, my gosh, when we're in a close relationship with someone, we have so much to thank. And you could also be to a child or to all your children. I say one letter, but the truth is I like to write to my father and to my sisters and to my friends, at least a handful, because thank God. So let's say I have a handful of close people. So that's it for Tshuva part 3. And once you've done all these, you are mamish ready for Rosh Hashanah. And what if you watch this and you're like, Nili, but I haven't done any of them yet? And it's okay, so all you need is 3 days for these 3 parts, yeah? So if you can set aside 2 hours for 3 days in the next week and a half, I know that's a lot for parents, but even if you can set aside 1 hour for 3 days in the next week and a half, or you have the whole week before Yom Kippur too, you will feel so good about yourself. Yeah, like my friend Chandel says, if you want self-esteem, you got to do esteemable acts. And so I really bless us all with success, and thanks so much for following along with my 3-part tshuva video, how to do tshuva easily, simply, in an enjoyable, fun way that you'll feel really proud of yourself. Shana Tova umetuka. So much love from this absolutely gorgeous place in the hills of Yerushalayim. Shana Tova umetuka.